In politics, if you want answers, there is one simple thing that you have to do every single time, and that is follow the money. What I'm talking about here is, of course, the obstruction put up last week by Matt Gaetz, Andy Biggs, Lauren Boebert, and that whole group of Freedom Caucus weirdos. Why were they objecting so adamantly to Kevin McCarthy? Well, none of them could really quite explain that. They'd been given multiple opportunities, in national media to explain why you don't want McCarthy, who do you want instead, why are you putting up all this fight for a week and making Republicans look like absolute idiots on the international stage, and none of them could ever answer that. That's because sometimes the simplest answer is the answer. And the answer is money. Late last week, both Andy Biggs and Matt Gaetz sent out emails to their supporters talking about how they are fighting back that swamp in D.C. by objecting to Kevin McCarthy. We're draining the swamp, the email said, to borrow the phrase from Donald Trump that, again, meant absolutely nothing, but hey, his idiot supporters bought it up. And Biggs and Gaetz, after telling their supporters in separate emails that we're out there fighting the establishment, draining the swamp, then said, give us money. We need money to keep doing this. We want money. Give us your money. Open up your wallets and your hearts and give us that money. Because we're fighting for you. That's what this is really about. It's not just about the swamp. It's about fighting for you. But if you don't pay us, we're not going to keep fighting, I guess, right? Isn't that how this pretty much goes? The whole thing, embarrassing your party, was all a grift. It was all just to raise a couple more dollars for your campaigns that y'all don't even have to worry about for another almost 2 years. You just want to get a head start on that next election cycle, I guess, guys, right? You're both in safe red districts. Y'all don't even need to raise or spend money. But the thought of money, being able to capitalize and fundraise off every single thing imaginable, I guess that lure is too great. Y'all want to talk about draining the swamp? How about you talk about people like yourselves who take every opportunity to bilk their supporters out of more of their hard-earned dollars? Because that's what y'all are doing. American workers are struggling. Your base is struggling. The people that are sending you that money are struggling. And you're putting up all this obstruction in Washington, D.C. Even beyond that, you have no actual plans to legislate. You have no ideas or policy proposals to make the lives of these people you're asking for money from better. And you're still telling them that they have to give you money because, by God, you're fighting the good fight. Part of me holds out hope that one day these donors out there, again, we're talking small money donors, not the big ones, someday they'll wake up, right? You have to imagine that someday these people, these mom and pop, most of them elderly, that are giving money to these people, someday they're going to turn on their TV, see these idiots saying the same thing over and over and realize, wait a minute, they're not doing anything for me. My life isn't getting better. They haven't passed any legislation. They've done nothing. Part of me thinks someday that'll happen. But the rational part of me, the smart part of me, knows that there is nothing these Republicans can do that's going to turn away some of these absolutely loyal to a fault Republican donors. They will give every last dollar they have without ever once looking to see or even caring if these Republicans are doing a single thing to make their lives better. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.